Hello and welcome back to our OptiFast Lifestyle Education Series. Today we're going to be talking about eating to ease stress. This is an extremely common behavioral pattern. A lot of people tend to eat whenever they're feeling stressed out or anxious. For example, some people will eat whenever they're cramming for a test or whenever they're finishing last minute work on a project or have a deadline at work. Sometimes people will eat, when they feel really anxious or angry after having an argument with a friend or before they have to give a presentation. Now, there's some logic to this, actually quite a bit of logic to this, because food does, especially pleasureful food, it does make people feel good in the moment. It's a short-term fix. The brain will release endorphins, which are feel-good chemicals that will ease the anxiety. But this feeling or a sensation only lasts temporarily. It lasts about 20 to 30 minutes before you need another dose to kind of calm the anxiety again. So it's important for us, if we're going to maintain a healthy weight, to identify the stressors in our lives and learn healthy ways to deal with them other than eating. So we're going to be talking about the 3 A's of stress management. 1 is avoiding, 2 is altering, and 3 is adapting. So if you can avoid the stressor to begin with, that's going to be great. For example, if there is a particularly toxic person in your life, if you can avoid being around that person, great. You could, if you're kind of constantly being stressed out by being late to work or rushing through traffic and things like that, if you can avoid leaving late to work, planning that ahead of time so that you can allow yourself a little bit more time, then you'll avoid that stressor. 2 is, if you can't avoid the stressor, maybe the irritating person is your boss. Maybe it's, somebody that you can't, or, your best friend, and you don't want to avoid that person. You could try to alter the situation. So maybe you could try speaking with that person and, kind of working through the issue. You could also try to alter your environment. So try to just make sure that all the junk food and things like that are out of the house, so that they're not readily available to munch on or, binge on or grab whenever you're feeling stressed out or anxious. And then also, you could also ask somebody to kind of change their behavior if it's particularly bothersome to you. And then last, adapt. So if you can't avoid the situation and you can't change the situation, then we can change ourselves. So we can adapt and change how our thinking, we can change how we react to a situation, and how our feelings are about that situation. So, for example, you could seek advice or information about a topic. You could do things to help yourself decompress. So, whenever you're feeling anxious or, even other times, just trying to engage in activities that you really enjoy or like. You could exercise. I always encourage exercise. It's a really great outlet for releasing stress and tension. And then other relaxation type techniques like counting, just getting yourself out of the situation, breathing, closing your eyes, imagining yourself in your favorite place or a really peaceful, beautiful place that you like to be at. Meditation. There's lots of different ways that you can kind of help yourself to de-stress other than with food. So again, the 3 A's of stress management: avoid stressful situations. 2, try to alter situations that are stressful so they're not so stressful or diffused. And then 3, if you can't avoid or alter them, then try to adapt. All right. Well, I hope that these things helped, and we will see you again next week. Bye. Have a good one.